Okay, guys, if you guys are not here, you're probably watching the recording now. So thanks for watching the recording. For everyone that's here, I am recording this session and it will be posted on our Discord channel. Okay, so if you guys don't have Discord, download it. It's very easy. But all my recordings, all my trainings are all in that Discord channel. So I do a lot of training in real estate. Join the Discord channel to get everything for free. Okay, so Dane, can you put there she goes. That's a good assistant. Okay, I don't have to ask. All right, so let's start. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay. So I asked Dane, my assistant, to come up with a catchy subtitle, something that rhymes, and she came up with game-changing AI tools that will replace you. Okay. And at first I got a little scared. I'm like, hey, don't scare our audience, right? They don't want to be replaced. But then I thought a little deeper. Why not? Why not replace us? Imagine if AI replace us and then we still get that paycheck. That's what we want, right? That's why we're on this class. If you're not here at this real estate show, then those guys will be replaced, right? They're not going to use the tools that we're using. We're going to use AI to replace all our competitors. Sound great? Who wants to do that? Yeah? Okay, let's do it. So once a month, we hold the AI real estate show once a month, okay, on the third Tuesday of the month. All right, today we have our special guest, Joe Turco. So now that I see Joe Turco is here, I'm going to jump into that. And then on the second half of the show, we're going to look at ChatGPT for Omni, okay? But first, we're going to go with Joe because I don't want Omni to overshadow anyone because it's a big deal, right, Joe? Joe knows it's a big
That
deal.
is definitely right. And it's one of those things where we always want to make sure that we're not getting overwhelmed with how many different options, how many different opportunities there are, and really kind of look at how can we foundationally start having these building blocks to actually integrate with what we're doing, take things off our plate, or make things simply more time efficient, because in the past you wouldn't do them because it took so much time, or it was so difficult, or it was uncomfortable for you as a person. So I will jump right into some of those things. Now, obviously, this is mostly focused around real estate, but applies to all businesses and can be overlaid in that context. So,
hey, Joe, before you jump in, who are you?
So I am a national real estate coach. I'm a national recruiter, and I am a team owner in the Boston, Massachusetts market. I specialize in high-end relocation of wealthy individuals and athletes, and it's just a very specialized type of services that we provide. So yeah, discretion is kind of what I specialize in, and getting people homes that never saw the light of the market, getting people homes without others knowing about it, and just helping people to grow and scale. So it's a very different way of doing the real estate business, but I love it. I've known Kirby for almost 10 years now, good friend. And honestly, it's where AI is what I've been super passionate about for the last 3.5 years. And I think a lot of people are using it wrong. They're using it at a micro level, on a level of, oh, hey, I want to write a Facebook post, instead of saying, hey, I want to create a 52-week campaign that is thoughtful, that integrates and builds layers on it, and has a distinct voice that carries over. And the things you can do in, say, a single workday that then alleviates all marketing for an entire year. And that's just like the scratching of the surface.
So Joe, you're a realtor in Boston.
So yeah, I sell some houses, a lot of houses, a lot of expensive houses. Are there any particular hockey teams I work with? No, I would not know of any. And it would be where I see, Joe, that you're in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. My grandfather was a proud alumni of Lehigh College. And I guess Lafayette is not your guys' friends. So good to see you here. But yeah, I might work with a couple people on this team and some others.
Nice.
All right. So what I wanted to focus on today is things I think are being underutilized at this time by most people in our industry because they just don't want to do it. Biggest thing is actually video. Now, a lot of people are going to tell me, oh, well, Joe, I'll do some video work and it'll be inconsistent at best. Or, oh, Joe, I'm scared of the camera. I don't want to do it. AI has enabled us to take all of those things and remove them from the equation, where we can watch videos that seemingly have my voice. Even if I am not in it, it's called a faceless video. It is still my voice seemingly talking to the people, so that when, oh, hey, that client, that consumer reaches out and the voice is the same voice as the videos that they've watched, the one that they've gotten used to, that they're familiar with, that they've potentially watched hours of content with or seen messaging for. Or alternatively, if you're sending video messages to your database, it sounds like you. It sounds like you sat there and recorded that. And I'm going to go and I'm going to share one of my favorite ones where it's called In Video AI. And I want to make sure that you guys can see and hear everything. So we're going to go right into it. Turn the sound on. And the big thing, guys, is, as a heads up, I created none of this. I did not record a voiceover. I did not make or sequence all these images. This is something that I've used in the past in the recruiting aspect that I work in. You tell me, does this sound like me?
Real estate professionals committed to mutual growth and success. Welcome to the Fast Forward movement at eXp Realty. What does it mean to be part of this energetic group? It means joining a team that's dedicated to propelling each other forward, to achieving not just individual success, but collective triumph in the real estate industry. It's about being part of a movement that truly understands the power of partnership.
Now, did you guys take note of one? Hopefully it sounds like me, but it also has human-like cadence. It pauses, it takes a breath. It actually sounds like a person that's trying to be articulate over a video to sell a product, to be able to actually engage with people. Now, this has been a game changer for my business. Now, this is just one, and I'll play a little bit more so you guys can get a little bit more of a feel for it, but it is an all-in-one inclusive that is easy to use. So even if you are not the most tech forward person, this setup and how they have it makes it where it's easy.
The fast forward movement isn't just about real estate transactions. It's about people. It's about creating a supportive network where every agent is valued and recognized for their unique contributions. It's about fostering a culture of collaboration where everyone is eager to share their expertise and experiences with one another. When you join the fast forward movement, you're not just gaining access to...
Even adds in the lip smacks that I sometimes do, being that kind of Boston guy that got... If you watch Good Will Hunting, you can count them. It's just massively annoying. You'll never unhear it once you've actually watched it again. But with this, what we have is the opportunity to start layering it on with other things. You can create videos with your voice in a very quick manner that can be inserted into things like BombBomb, into your CRM, into your newsletters, as plugins to your website, as opportunities on YouTube, which we'll get into in a moment. Because at the end of the day, we're looking at time efficiency. A lot of people will use things like Spotify. You can put up video podcasts that you can create right here in this. And it's so easy. And the editing between it is as simple as pointing, clicking, and saying, I don't like this. If you want to edit the script, you can edit any segment and it will change exactly what is being said. It makes it where it's an easy interface. And if you're the person, the agent, the business owner that's pumping out video content, whether it's sized for YouTube and Facebook in that horizontal, or whether it's sized for Reels, TikTok, Facebook stories, you're getting constant engagement around items that you don't necessarily want to put your face on or feel comfortable. Or let's be honest, sometimes people see that talking head realtor or talking head business person, and they're immediately turned off. They'll listen if they don't have to see you sometimes. And that's where you want to have that connection be easily accessible. Now, one of the biggest slept on things in business is actually currently blogging, gaining SEO through blogs connected to, you guessed it, YouTube videos. Now, again, time consuming, right? Well, not if you can create the videos, upload them to YouTube from this, your voice, and then insert them into the blogs. And that's where it brings up my next thing that I think is being underutilized, and that's predraft.ai. And it is your researcher, it's your writer, it is your editor, and it makes blog posts that can be posted directly to WordPress, or you can just copy and paste them into whatever medium. I enjoy copying and pasting them right into LinkedIn because, again, I think it's an underutilized format for what we're doing. And we'll get more to LinkedIn and some automation there. But that's where it's these basic thoughts and principles are being overlooked because most people in AI communities right now want to go for the big fireworks. They want to go to things like talking about Air AI and integrating it with Go High Level and doing, massive campaigns in that regard, or automated systems in which all of a sudden you have a answering service or things like that. A lot of times the biggest things that are going to save you actual time are the things that do the heavy lifting that you've just always avoided because it was a pain point. I mean, Kirby, when was the last time you wrote a blog post personally?
I don't know, 7 years ago.
Oh, so you've been slacking for 7 years, my friend.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you can look at all of these different aspects and layer them in together to make it so that you have a concise and easy thing in a time manageable. So looking at the site, you can see simple articles. You can either create an entire blog post, you could rewrite an article, you could set up as a guest post. So I could say, well, I want a guest post from Kirby Chan. I can put that in, put in all the different things. So you can say, here's a promotional URL, here's any links, here's the tone, the exact length. You can pick different languages. And then the article country where it's actually going to be residing. So it can be the United States, it could be the UK, it could be one of my favorites, Canada. I'm not going to hate on Quebec or any of the provinces too much, though. I mean, they got some terrible hockey teams. But that's the thing. With blog posts, you can have the topic. So pros and cons of living in Boston, Massachusetts. You can have target keywords, moving to Boston, living in Boston, Boston, Boston real estate,
Austin.
Boston homes, click autofill.
Wow.
And even just in the form that you're looking to fill out to create the content, it has a cheat button with AI. So it says just from those couple things, well, hey, what are these? Well, I think you're saying all of this. Here's the key facts to highlight. I think you want an informed, balanced, and objective view. Choose your AI. Well, I'm going to choose the one that I've set up that's all about me, where I even have competitors' links built into it, so I know never to reference them. And it will then generate an article between 815 for a short or 1,500 and 2,000 words. And if I want to include a link, like, well, I definitely want something about, I don't know, Boston.com. Why not? And then you can use real-time search results to write the article. Why is that important? Because so many things that can be written about right now are going to really key in and build SEO if they have something that's relevant and carried by other sources. And the biggest thing is you'll be amazed at how many times you'll get backlinked to other sites, even from real estate agents, just because they share your blog onto their website. And the best part is you can take one of those faceless videos on your YouTube channel and insert it right into the blog. So I'm just going to let this rip on this one just to show you how easy it is. So it's researching the web, we're going through, and it's already saying like, okay, well, here's some other articles that you might want to potentially write and queue up next, because we want to build SEO. We want to link internally in our site. We want to have all these things going, all time-consuming things. And you're probably thinking, well, Joe, I don't have videos for all those. But you can, just by going back to the other one and loading in that information, having it write that script for you, editing it and writing it in your own voice. I can, on average, create and generate about 100 blog posts and 100 videos a day. Now, do I do that? No, that's a little excessive. But do I do about 10 to 15? Yeah, because it's that fast, it's that easy. And it's where I don't have to necessarily put it on all the different places that people say, oh, Joe Turco, Joe Turco. I specialize in discretion. I want to be in the search results. I don't want to be myself the search results, because I want the people of note coming to me and saying, I need help. So let's see how this is looking. So right now it's learned, it's researched, it's draft, it's written, it's doing the finishing touches. We're almost done. Guys, this has been real time, what, 3 minutes at most? I know that in the replay, you're probably thinking, all right, I got to fast forward. But boom, let's look at what we got. We have a picture properly annotated with legal commercial rights to use of Boston. And we have an entire article with links to other sites. Relevant photos and things that make you look and say like, oh my God, this right here is a picture near one of my current listings that's closing on June 7th. So this is in Boston's North End, right off of Commercial Street. This isn't some like random picture of, just generic Boston. This is something where if someone lives in Boston and comes across this, they'll be like, oh my God, like I know that. It's not noteworthy unless you actually know the North End. But it's going through all of the different things, has photos relevant to our subway system, and it even gives you the keyword checker and makes it so that you can take this and put it right into, by copying it, or just one click right into WordPress. It gives the research topics. It'll give internal links if they're created. It'll give externals, and then it'll give the next 5. Easy. How many people think the SEO on their website is going to skyrocket if you have backlinks to YouTube as well as relevant articles for timely news in your area? Yeah, there we go, Kirby. That's right. So,
Yeah.
and I want to be conscious of time. So the next thing that I want to show you is, again, we have just different things that these videos can be used for. So if you want to use, for example, hey, we're going to have a promotional Topgolf event, fairly popular. I would say a lot of agents use Topgolf as one of their go-tos. Well, here's one that I did, and it was sent out to every agent at my brokerage in our entire state, inviting them. And it took me, you guessed it, about 90 seconds to make.
Real estate skills while enjoying a day of Topgolf, food, and friends? Imagine this, a unique golfing experience that's more than just a driving range, where you can earn 2 continuing education credits and network with over 100 professionals in your field. Welcome to eXp Realty's Topgolf Masters event, happening in the spring of 2024. Picture this. It's Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. The sun is shining down on 777 Dedham Street in Canton,
So
Massachusetts.
ChatGPT.
The buzz of conversation fills the air as eXp professionals gather at the illustrious Topgolf from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. The clubs are provided, the range is yours to conquer, fun and new friends are provided, and the opportunity to learn and grow is at your fingertips. Now add to that an enjoyable lunch, a chance to collaborate, and the chance to earn 2 continuing education credits.
Wow.
So again, this is why I love it. I saw in the chat Jeremy's question just now, how do I like pre-draft versus SEO writing? I like pre-draft because honestly, it's a little bit under the radar. Not as many people are using it. So I'm finding it to be, one, it's super user-friendly. The WordPress integration I find to be better and easier. And I've also found, just like for when either giving it to clients or giving it to others, it's been more intuitive for people with an easier layout and design, where I don't want to say it's like basically SEO for dummies and blogging for dummies, but it really is. It's so incredibly easy. And that's why I really, really like it. So let's go to now some things that are making things even easier. And if you haven't heard of this website, it is a game changer. It is where it takes things like ChatGPT to the next level. It's where everybody's familiar with Zapier and how that can integrate different things and make life easy. I'm telling you, you have been sleeping on the biggest and best, and that is make.com. So make.com allows you to do so many different things by building exactly what you want. So you can do things like make Gmail, where whenever you get an attachment, it saves it directly to a specific drive. Now, Joe, that sounds like a really boring, really simple thing that, like, how much time is that really going to save me? Well, think about it. Something as simple as that can make it where you've never lost an attachment. If you have a specific drive where all team members need to have access to a file, and files are getting emailed to one email or even several. All of them are then getting compiled onto that one drive. Or things like, oh, you receive an email with specific keywords, it then sends a message out to, sorry, I just read, is this concerning the new Eat Google algorithm? Yes. And that's the thing, going back to it, is you get an email into your Gmail, it has specific keywords. It will then, if you set it up right, create a draft email for you with a response. Do you have a lot of those same types of emails that are constantly checking in or requesting services? How much time does that save? Because then it's still personalized. It still has that little bit of touch where it doesn't feel like everything is the same time and time and time again. And you're not getting hit by those email spam filters that have been so prevalent, that have been wrecking CRM after CRM and things like MailChimp and SendGrid so much lately, especially with the new regulations around them. And it's just where you can create basically anything that you want to make it where everything's done for you. Social media posting, which I'll go into in a second and show you a little bit about how I use it for LinkedIn. The rest we might save for another time with the course that's coming out, but we'll share that one because I think it's good. But as I'm scrolling, you can see there's so many different applications. If you can think of it, you can build it. You can make it where every time you post a TikTok on your account, it will download the video, it will repurpose it and turn it into a Facebook post, an Instagram post, or a reel, or all the specific things where you had to do one thing and then it does 10 others. So I'll let you guys explore this another time, but what I want to do is I want to show you guys it in actual live practice before turning it over to Kirby, because basically what you do is you make what are called scenarios. Think of them as like your roadmap of where you're going. So this is for my LinkedIn posts automation. And as you can see, it's got this very nice visual GUI, and I have it set up where I have a specific RSS feed that is specific to Boston real estate setup. And then that feed is all of the news of what's happening, what's going on. How do I want to show myself as a relevant person within the industry on LinkedIn and not have generic things like, do you like this kitchen or that kitchen? Because we all know that that's bullshit. Nobody cares at all about this or that, especially on a professional feed. But what I have it doing is, one, an RSS feed comes into make.com. It goes through what's called an iterator to compile it into a format that is workable. And it then sends it over to ChatGPT to summarize it. And then it sends that summary into another instance of ChatGPT and going in to create posts on it. It then routes it both to LinkedIn as well as into a Google Sheet. So one, I always have a record of it. And if I choose, that Google Sheet can then be the basis of other scenarios where I potentially pull that information, that post, and have it applied to different things, such as, oh, making a faceless video automated based on the post. But then it also goes directly to LinkedIn. All right, Kumar dropped in the chat. We have a similar tool called N8N, which we do the same as make.com and is completely open source and can be self-hosted. That's awesome, Kumar. It's always good to have options. I like this because it is highly integrated. I'm not too worried about hosting, but I'm going to go to LinkedIn real quick. And I'm going to show you, before kind of diving in, what exactly that looks like. So I have it set up doing, you can see some of those blog posts I talked about from pre-draft. Once a day, when there's relevant news, to post these different things where it's talking about what's happening real time in the news that is relevant to my city, to real estate, and is not some garbage thing. So when a high net worth individual is looking me up on LinkedIn, because that's usually the first thing that those people look at, what are they seeing? Consistency. They're seeing actual professional expertise, and they're seeing me talking about topics that are actually there. So think about it. How many posts? Drop a comment in the chat. Drop a yes if you post on LinkedIn at least once a month. Drop a no if you don't even log into it. Because let's see.
You know, be funny, Joe, is like if everyone posts, like what was the date of the last post on LinkedIn?
Right?
Maybe
So
2010.
exactly. Every other month, 5 days a week, which is good. No, and I have a premium account. So how life-changing can it be to have something like this, where at the end of the day, you can see exactly how much this is going to give you credibility. And the best thing is remember those blog posts? You can go back in and you can link to them. And then you have a LinkedIn backlink. Jeremy just asked, do I tweak or personalize the output directly from pre-draft before posting? Usually, I don't automate the SEO blog post stuff. I like to have a little bit of a touch on it. I like to make sure that, you know, everything it pulled in was relevant and is going to speak to my specific voice. And to me, one, having the quick read, ironically, is partially how I stay up to date on my own market, because it's pulling in all that new data that maybe I just didn't have all the different sources at my fingertips to kind of correlate and be aware of. So in a lot of ways, it helps keep me relevant to read it, go through, and then make small personal tweaks before pushing it out. But here's the thing. It's super easy, but it takes some actual design. So this first instance of ChatGPT, what are we doing? We're providing a concise summary of the value that's from the iterator, focusing specifically on aspects relevant to Boston real estate in a business operational context. Now, why do I want to say that? Because I don't necessarily want it pulling in, well, this lady sold this and she was on the news because she burned the house down. I don't want it pulling in that type of information. That's not the voice or the tone that I ever want. And then expand this. This is where we get detailed. So this is where those ChatGPT junkies are going to see, wow, all right, now that is a prompt. That is something that has been thought out. And I don't want to go like too deeply into it, but I'll scroll for a second on it so that people can pause the recording later and, hey, R&D, right? It's the world we live in. And yes, Kumar, we can add images as well as videos to these. I choose not to, because with LinkedIn, if you're inundated with too many images, it can seem a bit salesy. So that's where I like to have it be where this is almost my diary, or for all of you really old people that used to watch Doogie Howser, MD, those end of credits computer scene where it's, you know, the narrator voicing the diary entry. That is kind of my intent with how I do this. I don't always want to have video in everything. I want the video there for my blogs. I want the video there for my articles that I showed you. So like, hold on.
Yeah, different platform has different, right? Different strategies, right? And I think this one for LinkedIn is
Right.
perfect for someone that's a high D, right?
Yep.
CEO, those guys.
Eg-
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is it's super simple. It's super easy. And guys, I think that's about my time, because I know we only have an hour and we do want to get to like some of the ChatGPT updates and stuff like that. But the big thing that I think people are sleeping in, both in real estate and overall business with AI, is do the things that you've never done. Do the things that are going to make you stand out. If you say, hey, potential seller, look me up on LinkedIn. I would love you to compare me with anyone else that you might be talking to and see the level of professionalism that I'm dedicated to. If you say, hey, I am really deep in our industry on being informative and educating people, go look at this website. It has all of my blog posts. You can read more in depth about all of the different things that I'm talking about. If you say, hey, why don't you Google Keeping Current Matters and see how many of those posts are on your other competitors' potential social media, where all they're doing is copying and pasting? Is that the person that you want marketing your asset, or do you want the professional that is an industry leader as well as an industry voice? Do you want the person that is copying, pasting, or do you want the person that is not only helping people like you, but educating others to help better? Use it as a competitive advantage, because when they see that you have blogs, video, YouTube channel, LinkedIn that's professional and updated on current topics to your market, they're going to hire you.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe. All right. Everybody, let's give a appreciation to Joe here. Thank you for sharing that with us. So I'm going to show you guys ChatGPT. Hey, Joe, you staying or you're going to head out?
I'm interested, so I will stay for, another
Okay.
10.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna also share with you guys on our chat. I put the Discord. You can see the bit.ly KCD Discord. That's where you get the recording from today. If you missed anything or you have to leave, go to that link there and you can get the recording, okay? And it's kind of like WhatsApp. You get there, it's like a chat, okay? And then we're gonna put the recording in the chat. Okay, so I also want to say that Joe and I, we work together a lot. I am in Toronto, in Canada. Who I am is a real estate agent here in Toronto, but I'm also, like Joe, a real estate recruiter and building a team here. This head office here, but I'm building a global team here. And so if you guys want to AIify your real estate business or any business that right what you're doing, I have a locked jaw, guys, so it's not fun. But if you guys want to AI your business, I'm going to send you a link in the chat. It's my Calendly. Okay, if you guys want to discuss how we can work together to AI your business, book a 15-minute meeting with me, and then we can discuss how we can do that, how we can collaborate and work together. All right, and let's jump into ChatGPT. My assistant prepares slides for me, but I think I'm going to not use the slides. Maybe I will. Let me just see where it is. Okay, here it is. You guys see it? Good. Okay, we're gonna go fast here. So GPT-4 is out. 4.0, not 4.0. 4.0 has been out for a long time. It's 4 Omni. They just want to confuse us by putting the letter O there, so it looks like 4.0. It's not 4.0. It's 4 Omni. Okay, guys. What this does, it's smarter. It's scarier for some of you that don't like AI. It's scarier. Look at Dono over there. He's scared already. And because it gives ChatGPT eyes, okay? So that's what's missing in ChatGPT, right? It's doing all this language stuff. It started getting voice. Have you guys noticed the app? It has voice, right? You can talk to ChatGPT. Ali over there loves it. He's learning a new language by talking to ChatGPT. Now, the new update is that it has eyes now. It can see. So you can open your phone with the ChatGPT app and you can say, ChatGPT, I'm looking forward to this when it releases. Is this a weed or is this a plant at my garden? Because I want it to analyze, and real time in the video, it's going to say, Kirby, that's a maple tree, right? That's a Canadian maple, right? That's what I'm looking forward to. I garden and I like to do farming in my backyard, if you guys don't know. And that's what's cool about this, is that it has eyes now. And for the first time, it's free. So they've made the jump from 3.5 to 4 Omni for you guys. If you guys are, I know some of you guys are realtors here, and realtors, we're cheap, right? We don't want to pay the 20. Yeah, we don't want to pay the $20 a month. Well, guess what they did? They made this now for free users. Okay, so all you have to do is sign up on open.ai and you get this for free. The only thing is, I think it stops after 10 queries. Okay. Huh? Yeah, it stops after 10. So I'm going to teach you a hack after this, how to stretch that. Okay. How to stretch that 10. So it's going to reply to you in text, images, and audio. And then it doesn't just forget about what they, you guys notice is that ChatGPT doesn't forget about what they give you, right? But Mid-Journey, remember the other product I showed you guys, imaging? It forgets, right? Mid-Journey, if you say, give me a boy with a book, it's going to say, here's a boy with a book. And then you say, give me the boy that's opening the book. Guess what? It shows you a different boy, a different book, a different background. But ChatGPT is going to keep the same boy, same book, same background, but I want it looking from the left, or I want it to looking from the right. So it's actually imaging, okay, creation, but with the brain now. Yes, you can. Feed your own photographs in there. Put this car in Paris, and put it in Paris. Okay. Okay, so Paris. Okay. Brainstorming and all that, that's what Joe was talking about. And then finally is that you can start triggering stuff. So I think it's kind of like that make.com, but I haven't used make.com, Joe, so I'm going to look into that. But automation is also about those triggering, right? So when a conversation with ChatGPT, I don't like that one. I like this one. Create email copy with ChatGPT from new Gmail emails and save as draft. So this one is useful when you get emails in. This thing over here will create a draft for you. All you have to do is go into your draft and press send. Okay. So that all of that is all brand new now. I'm going to jump over to our live, and remember to join our Discord. Go back one. Okay. 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 And then finally, the power of AI is that you don't use AI. Okay. And so this is my secret I want to tell you guys, is that I have the power of 1,000 leaders, which is my virtual assistants in Philippines. I teach them how to use AI so that if your virtual assistant is using AI, that's 100% leverage. If you have a 1 minute just to ask someone to do something, you ask someone to do something, they use AI and they get it done in 10 minutes. Okay, that's the future now of the world. And so for a lot of you guys that are saying, oh, I'm not tech savvy. Well, you don't have to be tech savvy because you can contact a virtual assistant. Now they use AI. The work is so much better. Like 5 years ago, if I asked a virtual assistant to write me a blog post, there's grammatical errors, spelling errors, but now because they use ChatGPT, they don't actually write the post. They can use what Joe just learned, just taught us, using pre-draft. So I'm going to send pre-draft to Dane. She's on this call right now. That's why I always have my virtual assistants at every one of my classes that I want to attend so that they can learn. I know of it. I don't actually have to do it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. That's my secret weapon there. So I'm going to jump into ChatGPT now. Let's go back. And put your questions into the chat, okay, guys? Oops. All right, I'm gonna jump into ChatGPT. Over here, where's my? Okay, this is, you see the 4O at the top, right? So what we're gonna do is say something like, now create a, you know what? I'm just gonna show you what I did already. It's easier here. Summarize. Okay, let's do this one. So this is what I did. I asked it to create a robot typewriting the following, right? And you see what it still can't really do that well is actually take what I wrote and have it exactly written. This one was better, but you can see there's a lot of errors, right? Nufka, Wonder, so they're getting better at that. And then I said, write a second entry down here. And what it does, it continues the first one and it writes the second one. Okay. And then I say, if the robot was unhappy, ripping it in half, it'll rip it in half. So there's a continuation you can see here, right? Yeah, you could do it like a storybook if you ever want to write a story now in ChatGPT, okay? And then you can write, create a little boy in front of the Eiffel Tower, okay? Maybe put riding a bike. So it's going to create that. And then after it creates the image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it, okay? Let's say I don't like the angle it created. I can say turn it, rotate it 90 degrees, okay? So you see, this is the breakthrough. This is imaging plus AI, okay? Rotate 30 degrees. Let's see if this works. If it rotates the whole picture 30 degrees, then I got to write a little bit more on that one, okay? There, I think they just rotated it, okay? The same image. Set different. And spelling errors, don't have to worry about it. They can guess what you're writing. There you go. Okay, so I'm using 4O right now. When you're on the free version, you can actually change it. So there you go. You could change it 30 degrees the other way. Okay. Okay, you go over here. If you guys want to save your 4O and you're doing a lot of heavy analyst stuff, then use 4O. If you want to use a lighter version, you go here, change model, and you change it to 3.5 or change it to 4, okay? So now you're saving a little bit of bandwidth there, okay? Okay, what I'm going to do now is show you how to tweak the image inside a ChatGPT. We have 4 more minutes. We're going to learn that, and then I'm going to. So everything that's with text, okay? Everything that's with voice right now is not released yet, okay? So once it produces the image, you click the image. You go to the button at the top where there's this pen, right? You see that pen? Click it. Click the brush marks. It's too big. What do I want to add? Okay, let me do this. Do this. So I go like this. Maybe this. Okay, so it's going to edit that area now, right? And I'm going to say, change to a girl. Okay, you could change it to a dress, change it to sunglasses. So this is editing images without even using Photoshop. Okay, without using any photo editing software now. Right, so this is going to turn out, it's going to turn this mask area into a girl. Okay, so if you're working with a photo now, you don't have to regenerate all the time. If something's almost perfect and there's a sixth finger now, you know that AI sixth finger, right? Just mask it and say remove finger, that's it. Okay, remove the sixth finger. Okay, so there it is, changed it into a girl.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, shoes and the legs didn't change because I didn't mask it, right? I didn't mask it, right? So if I wanted to say looking back, I just do this, head looking back. That's it. To the okay. Head looking to the back, head looking to the right. Okay. So watch, it'll change your head looking to the right. Okay, this is what we have right now, right? If you go on the OpenAI site right now, it's going to show you a lot of videos. So I'm gonna share that to you now. What is this? Oh, I was checking out Joe's LinkedIn here. So if you go to this one here, this video, it's called Introducing GPT-4o here. I don't have time to play all of this, but these guys are showing us how the voice works. So you know how Siri talks right now? You know how like Google Voice Assistant, Alexa talks right now? Well, check how this one talks.
And I want you to
tell
us a bit how it's different from voice mode. Right. So if you use our voice mode experience before, you'll notice a couple key differences. First, you can now interrupt the prompt. You don't have to wait for it to finish your turn before you can start speaking, and you can just bite it. Second, the model is real-time responsiveness. So that means that you don't have this awkward 2 to 3 second lag before you wait for the model to be able to respond. Finally, the model picks up on emotion, right? When I was breathing super hard there, you could tell, so you might want to calm down a little bit, kind of running a little bit too fast. So, it really has that capability across the board. Not only that, though, the model is able to generate voice in a variety of different voice styles, and it really has a wide dynamic. So let's fire up another though. Awesome. Yeah. How do you do?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about
Yes,
you?
man.
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend was very good. He's having trouble sleeping with me. And I want you to tell him a bedtime story about robots and love.
Oh, a bedtime story about robots and love? I got you covered. Gather round, Barrett. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite. Bite was a curious robot, always exploring.
Still boring, right?
Got it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite.
Yeah, I really want maximal emotion, like maximal expressiveness, much more than you were doing before.
Understood. Let's amplify the
Right.
drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite. Bite was
this in a robotic voice now?
initiating dramatic robotic voice. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite. Bite was a curious robot, always exploring new circuits.
Calm down. Can you
Okay, guys, you see the capabilities that it's starting to have, right? It's starting to be more human. Do you guys get that? Right? It has eyes, it has the voice now. So ChatGPT can call you on the phone and you'll be like, you probably don't know if they're human or AI now. Right?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone has AI on. Okay, so it's
You see? Yeah.
who's talking?
Not me.
There you go. Thanks. Okay, so that's going to be releasing soon. That camera will be releasing soon. So you can turn the camera on with ChatGPT and it's going to know what your surrounding is. It can actually help you design your room. So interior designers, I don't know what's going to happen to those guys. No, I'm serious, right? So, I don't know, interior designer, because imagine this interior designer at GPT, you design your room, you go to IKEA and say, is this the bed that I should get? It goes, no, not that one. You know, imagine that, right? It goes shopping with you. So interior designer, that's like the next thing. Graphic designer is always, yeah.
We were using a tool, it was a bot.
Yeah.
For the renovation stuff, it will give you exactly the link to the part, the item in the Home Depot.
Yeah.
So you could go get it.
So yeah, Ali just said the AI will basically renovate your place, tell you the link where you buy it at. So that's going to affect that part. Now for real estate agents, we're just going to get even better, right? With these tools, we can set the camera up and look smart now and say, hey, let's look at how we can decorate this room. Okay. Where you can decorate this room, right? And so there's lots of applications we can have. Okay. Let's see. Is there any questions now? Yeah, that's powered by DALL-E. Can you upload a photograph? Yes, you could upload a pic. Okay. You guys can try that out. Okay. Upload the pic. There's that little paperclip thing. Okay. And with Joe says the new thing with prompt engineers, you need to know the power of your words. Well, you guys just saw that, right? I said turn it 30 degrees. It just turned at 30 degrees. You have to actually know what to write, or in the future, know exactly what to say to the AI, okay, to really get it working.
Just want to mention that in the renewal realm,
Yeah.
the system, now you can search for similar photos in a house. So similar houses, then you show the photo.
Okay, so Ali just said that on our real estate system, now you can show a photo and search for homes similar to that photo. So if you show a bungalow, detached bungalow, it'll find you the detached bungalow that's similar to that. So the more all important is that we don't take iPhone photos for our phones, okay? And if anybody is out and about, tonight we have our next event. This was our last month at Kirby Palooza. Tonight we're having our next event. If you're local, in Richmond Hill tonight, we're going to be at Jack Astor's in Richmond Hill. So you guys are all invited, 7 o'clock tonight, and we're going to have our real estate get together. So if you guys are close by, like maybe Donald, you want to drive over to Richmond Hill, we'd love to see you there. Okay. If you guys are connected to me on Facebook or not, find me. It's Kirby Leader. Okay. Donald says my Kirby's events are next level. Thank you, Donald. Dane, can you put in those 2 links for me? One is how do they connect with me on Facebook? Okay, and the second one is maybe give the link to the event for tonight if they want to come by. Okay, it'll be at Jack Astor's. It's trivia night. We're going to play trivia tonight. And the winners get Jack Astor points. Yay. Okay, guys, any questions? You can unmute now. I'm going to stay for another 10 minutes if you guys have questions. And anyone else? We're ending on time. It's 3 o'clock. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for coming today. Where are you? Left already, I think. Just left. Okay. All right. And then next month, we're going to have another guest speaker next month. And we're going to look deeply into how to use this camera and to use how to use this voice next month. Okay.
For the chat GPT stuff,
Yeah.
have you tried Claude? I know in Canada we are restricted, but through Perplexity you can get to Claude. Have you had any experience with Claude at all?
Not really. I used who's talking right now? I can't see.
Oh, it's Donald.
Oh, Donald. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there. My screen. Okay, Donald. Claude, I have not used that much. I've used my VPN to set it up. I think it doesn't work in Canada. Is that right?
No, it doesn't, but you can get Perplexity. And if you have Perplexity, you can actually toggle between GPT-4 and
Oh, okay.
but the thing about Claude that got me when I was watching some of these AI guys from Britain, they were just talking about how ChatGPT is super subjective, where if you said like, we would talk, hey, I got on the bus and then went downtown, or the man got on the bus and went downtown, ChatGPT would say the man mounted the bus, where Claude is programmed with less subjection and more linguistics. So I just didn't know if you had
Okay, I'll
experience.
try that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try out Perplexity, right? Put a link in the chat so all of us can use it.
yeah, I'll
Thanks,
find out.
Ronald.
Yeah,
Yeah, Perplexity. So that's good. I'll test it out. I've tested out Claude before, and I just thought I didn't need to use it. So maybe this will change now. It's getting better. Okay. Anything else for you guys to share? Any successes this month using AI that you want to share with us? You can unmute and share with us.
I think if anyone's doing any commercial real estate, I like what he was doing with LinkedIn there, but Clay AI is game changing things, especially now it's available in Canada, because you can actually run your ads through Clay AI and then filter out all the responses based on the level of employee that you set it to. So
What is that one?
Clay AI. So Clay,
Yep.
I haven't honestly dived into it too much, but Clay AI, you know, so put it this way, for you and I, Kirby, we have a pretty high entry level into the market from where we are geographically.
Yeah.
So if you were to go through it and have all these people commenting on your stuff on LinkedIn or whatever, a small margin of people's budget can actually be first time buyers or buy into anything in our markets. So with Clay AI, it filters it down so that way you're only getting like C-level responses.
So what is it called? Clay like this? Clay AI?
Yep, that should be it.
On
Hold on. I haven't tested it out yet. Clay,
this
yeah,
one?
I think so. Yeah, that looks like it.
Oh my God, there's so, don't be surprised that I don't know some of these AI because there's so many out there.
No, honestly, and it's just a podcast from Britain that I've been following, and they went through this, and I was like, this is insane.
Oh, this is it. What does it do though? Look, it looks like it's.
It takes your ads, and then based on if someone likes your ad, then it mines
Oh,
their entire LinkedIn, the company they work for, the size of their company, everything about it. And then you can set parameters in place so that way you're already filtering in people right away. So on anyone in commercial real estate, that would be
Yeah.
amazing, because then you could search for medium-sized companies
yeah.
and building relationships with CFOs or anyone who would be whatever it is you're looking for.
Okay, Ali over there, thanks you. He's in commercial real estate.
There you go.
His
But
eyes
it
that lit up.
requires building an audience on LinkedIn first, which I thought was
Yeah,
there's so much to learn in this world. So I'm just happy to be a part of it and learn too.
awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Donna. Anyone else? Anyone else with any cool AI tools you want to share with us? I can't wait to have ChatGPT talk to people by putting them on speakerphone and say, hey, ChatGPT, talk to this guy. You can talk to him. The response time is so fast now. Instant, right?
I really liked it before, now I don't know about it.
I love it. Insightly does that, the calling part. Yeah, there's a lot of calling programs.
But I know that the states have already started banning some of that technology. So I'm sure it's
Yeah.
gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
There's
story
Insight.
about some, I think it
Yeah.
was like, it might have been slightly one of our competitors, but there's a pizza store owner in Georgia, I think it was, that used it as when you called in and it would take your order for you. And then the owner of this small pizzeria was dropping off the pizzas to everybody. And asked, how was your experience with Taylor? Oh, Taylor was great. Like, Taylor was AI. No, it wasn't. No, Taylor was real. So it was just a test, but it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I've been testing out air.ai, but I'm not happy with it. Yeah. It's a little slow. But if this ChatGPT engine, people are gonna piggyback on that to create these callers, then I think it'll be really hard to distinguish, even harder. Okay. Cool, guys. All right. Thank you for coming. And yeah, go get your daughter from school. Awesome. Thank you, guys. And remember, come next month, we're going to have another guest speaker next month, and we're going to talk more about how to use this platform. And then if you guys are not part of it, remember to come to my real estate masterclass every Monday. Okay. That's where we teach you guys how to level up in the 10 areas that I built for my real estate system, so that I work 3 hours a day using AI, using the real estate systems, using virtual assistants, okay? And working 3 hours, it's really all we need, right? Which is meeting the clients 3 hours a day. Cool, guys. See you guys later. Always enjoy doing this with you guys, and connect with me, ask me any questions, okay? Nice seeing you, Gary, Sung, Dan, Sam, Roman. I'm going to list every name. You guys can leave now. Bye. Thanks for watching the recording. Hi, Tamara. Bye. Have a nice walk. Bye, Suzanne. Bye, Jeremy. Is Brooke, are you there? She's gone. Brooke came on Monday too, right? Yeah.
Thank you.